flexible cord or cable in a raceway that is too long can create an unsafe installation for several reasons. It can become a tripping hazard, a fire hazard, or an electrical hazard. Firstly, consider the tripping hazard. This occurs when a cord or cable is not properly secured and can be easily tripped over. This is especially dangerous in areas where there is a lot of foot traffic, such as in an industrial setting. The unsecured length of the flexible cord presents a physical obstacle. Secondly, there is the fire hazard. This is created when a cord or cable is overloaded or damaged, which can cause it to overheat and start a fire. This is particularly dangerous in areas where there are flammable materials present, such as in an industrial setting. Over long runs, the potential for damage and subsequent overheating increases. Thirdly, an electrical hazard is created when a cord or cable is damaged. This can cause it to short circuit and create an electrical shock hazard. This is especially dangerous in areas where there is a lot of electrical equipment present, such as in an industrial setting. The likelihood of physical damage leading to short circuits rises with increased length within the raceway. The 50-foot limit for flexible cords and cables in raceways in industrial establishments was established to help reduce the risk of these hazards. This limit is not intended to be used as a guideline for other applications where raceways are used to protect cables. In these other applications, the length of the cable in the raceway should be determined based on the specific requirements of the application. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides specific guidance for various wiring scenarios. For example, in section 334.15b, the length of the cable in the raceway is limited to 6 feet. This is because the raceway is being used to protect the cable from physical damage, and a 6-foot length is sufficient to provide this protection. Think of this scenario as needing protection against something striking or cutting the cable near a specific point. In section 300.12 exception, the length of the cable in the raceway is limited to 25 feet. This is because the raceway is being used to protect the cable from environmental damage, and a 25-foot length is sufficient to provide this protection. This scenario assumes the cable is exposed to moisture or corrosive materials and is shielded within the raceway. In section 250.86 exception 2, the length of the cable in the raceway is limited to 10 feet. This is because the raceway is being used to protect the cable from damage caused by vibration, and a 10-foot length is sufficient to provide this protection. Imagine a motor or heavy equipment is running and vibrating, and the raceway protects the cable from shaking around too much. Each of these sections highlights the specific reasons for limiting the length of cables within raceways, and why the 50-foot limit established for flexible cords and cables in industrial settings should not be universally applied. The NEC guidelines prioritize safety and proper installation techniques.